it's like they're all kind of searching for the same thing, is to somehow go back to the way it was. But then these fortress cities, you have all these other like places where they have their own brand of civilization.
Thomas, I am a fan of the Twisted Metal franchise. I've been playing the games when I was a kid growing up. And this show is so much fun, violent, and entertaining. I absolutely love it. I love the approach to this show because this is exactly what I would have wanted to see in Twisted Metal. Now, talk to me a little bit about your character, Agent Stone, and his quest to bring order back to the divided states of America.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's about as well as I could define it. He sees himself, as only on the right side of law and order. Unfortunately, absolute power corrupts, and he does have a sort of corrupted vision of how to bring the divided states back together, and bring whatever law and order to mayhem, and chaos and lawlessness and murder and rampant drug abuse and all kinds of villainy. So that he, as murderous, as savage as he can be, he absolutely sees himself as the ultimate good guy and never as a villain. And it's funny because all the conversations about Stone, it's that, it's like, well, he's the villain, he's the villain, he's the villain. There are villainous characters throughout with a lot of the other characters. And even Sweet Tooth is capable of villainous acts. But ultimately, what is Sweet Tooth? He's also kind of out to restore what he considers to be a kind of a normalcy in society, and Soul, gets guys to support him in his pursuits, so it's like they're all kind of searching for the same thing, is to somehow go back to the way it was, but then these fortress cities, you have all these other like places where they have their own brand of civilization, but under what set of laws and rules and policies, and is it really a safe haven? Because obviously Quiet and Quiet and John, they quickly learn that no, what they think might be harmonious is in fact not.
That's actually what I love about this series, is exploring the world in a way that we have never seen in Twisted Metal before. Can you talk to me about working with Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who are incredible writers, and also Michael Jonathan Smith, to kind of flesh out this character and in this world a little bit?
I never actually hands-on worked with Paul and Rhett. I had met them, on some other project a long time ago. But in doing my research, even early on, I knew that they were sort of the original architects of how it was going to be brought to the screen. But it was really Michael Jonathan Smith who kind of, took it over, but look, it takes a village. And so, with Will and Will's producing partner, and then all the other executives from Sony, the people, that created Twisted Metal to begin with for PlayStation. But Michael was our main guy. He was the showrunner. He was the guy that I think he wrote the first 3 scripts. And then he oversaw, and I think maybe he and his partner wrote the very last script. I don't remember for sure. It's been a year ago now since we shot it. But no, it was like reading the first 3, talking to Michael repeatedly, and having great conversations and really learning about the world.
Right.
As much as I didn't play the game, I'm generations removed from that gaming world. But, in talking to people that I know, that are maybe not my age, but 15, 20 years younger. And they're like, oh my God, I love Twisted Metal. I was playing that, when I was in middle school in the 90s or, so, it's just, but I was fascinated by the world because it was just so different than any other, post-apocalyptic storytelling that I've seen.
Absolutely. And actually this show has a lot more heart than I expected. It is phenomenal. Thank you so much for your time, Thomas. I love this show. So thank you very much.
Joe. Thank you.
Take care.